when a driver involved in a fatal crash leaves the scene and later provides police with a collision account that the laws of physics cannot support, 3 separate felony statutes engage simultaneously. What those statutes require, how courts apply them, and what the legal exposure means is the focus of this analysis.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I just totally got T-boned.
Okay, you mind stepping out for me real quick? Where's everybody else that was in the car?
Nobody else was in the car.
Nobody else was in the car.
Not a single person.
Okay, so what happened?
I was turning left and somebody completely sideswiped, hit the tail end of my front right, and
Okay, where were they turning from?
From right here, this road right here, turning left, and I was turning left as well, and I had the right of way. I had the right.
Did you have a green light, a red light?
I had a green light. I had a green steady light, and I was coming from that way. Turned left.
So you were on
and they
Country
swiped
Club?
me.
Or you were on...
I was on 25, or was that 31? I'm sorry.
Okay, you were on 25 heading
Yes.
north or south?
That was south, correct?
Towards St. Charles and the
Yes.
south. Okay.
I was heading to turn left this way,
On the Country Club?
and as soon as I did, they swiped my right front end.
Okay, and where were they coming from?
Right on this road. They were
They
going
were
left
on
that way.
Country Club,
Yes, sir.
turning left.
Correct.
So you were turning left on the Country Club from
So I was
southbound
coming
25.
from this way. Coming
So
left
you
side of
weren't,
this road.
this is Country Club though.
Okay.
So give me a second here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so frazzled. I finally just got on the phone with the police officer. I'm like shaking up.
No minutes, 10-4.
This is Route 25 going up and down. This is Country Club. You're trying to make a left on the Country Club, which is this road right here
Okay.
where my squad car is parked.
So right here is 25, correct?
No, this is Country Club.
2139 going.
And this is 25?
25 is over there.
34819.
Okay, so then I may have the road names wrong. However, I was coming from this road.
Okay? So you were on Country Club.
I was on Country Club. I was turning left on this street light. I had the
The street light that's
green
over there.
right here, sir.
There's not a street light here though, ma'am.
Sir,
Those are my squad car lights.
No. The street light right ahead of that.
There's not
Ahead
a
of
street
the
light
squad
there.
cars.
The street light is over there.
Correct. Okay, I'm sorry. I turn around. Up there, however, I was coming straight that way and turning left
South on
this way.
25, turning left on the Country Club.
Sure.
Yes.
And this person was coming straight this way, turning
you
left
think-
that way.
You know, was it a car, a bike, a person?
It was an SUV. It was a
An
dark colored
SUV hit you?
SUV.
And they were on Country Club.
They were right here and they were turning left that way. I was turning left this way. I had the steady green light to turn left. They sideswiped my
You had
front
a
right
steady
end.
green light? So like just
I
a
did.
green circle?
A green circle, yes. And they had probably a road light on it.
How'd you end up down here?
When I got sideswiped and T-boned, it completely threw my car off. My tire got flat, my front right end tire, and totally veered me off into here. I was holding on for dear life, just
Go ahead.
about to scream.
27
you
mile
know,
an hour
I'm
has
used to-
denied Floyd.
I did call 911, the dispatcher,
13, 10,
and
4.
she said, just stay put, they're gonna find you.
Did you
Thank God you
come
guys did.
Did you come to a stop at the intersection?
I did.
Okay. Then how'd you end up over here?
Again, when I turned left, I got my front right end to completely swipe.
Yep, and you came to a stop?
I was at a stop before I turned.
Okay, so after you
Once I turned, she completely slammed into me, and then my tire flattened, and
did you come to a complete stop after the accident happened?
I do not know.
14-1-10-4.
I couldn't. My car was completely veered in. I couldn't even halt until I came to this.
Yeah, for.
And you think an SUV hit you? Can you describe it?
It was like a hatchback looking situation.
Okay. Can
I'm
you
not
describe
sure,
it to
sir.
me? Don't remember?
Darker colored, like SUV or hatchback. I do not know, honestly. It was so sudden.
Did
I
you see
saw
the
for
other
a
driver
brief.
at all?
What's that?
Did you see the other driver at all?
I did not. No. I saw the car again for a brief second, and right before I was veering into the ditch.
13-10 from 85.
Okay, so you're coming from a friend's house in South Elgin.
1360.
You were
13,
south on 25, making a left hand on a country club.
Put me on that stick.
But then you were sideswiped by an SUV that was turning from country club onto 25.
That's correct.
And they were making a left. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If that car is making a left and you're making a left, it would have been a front end damage or it would have been your driver's side. So how's your passenger side get hit?
I mean, I would say it was more of a T-bone than a side swipe, but
But if the T-bone would have happened, it would have been on your driver's side.
I know. But I started turning in, and she kept going, and we were in the intersection
Which
when that
would have
happened.
put your driver's side against her front end.
If you say so, but I know what happened, so
Okay. And nobody else was in the vehicle when
no, not
the
a
accident
single
occurred?
soul,
Okay. And where are you headed to?
no. Home.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna freak out if I don't get there.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Okay. Hold tight real quick, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're 55.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go through it all. Just keep it here. Okay. Have you had anything to drink tonight, ma'am?
I'm not.
Nothing?
Nope.
Have you had any drugs or any
Any
substances that would make you impaired?
No, sir. No,
Yep.
I'm actually okay in the hospital.
Okay. Are you wanting to do field sobriety test?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You're under arrest for DUI.
Thank you.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'll text you soon, okay?
Do you want to be checked out?
No.
Okay. Track on 1310. We're gonna walk this way.
Okay. Can you grab my phone too?
Yes. We'll come back for it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
10 guys.
Can you show one female 95 for 55?
Yeah, fine.
We have to walk through a broken fence, so
No problem.
we're just gonna go straight up this hill. Just be careful.
Yep. Yeah.
Right here. Yep. I'll tell you when we're close. Watch that front. Okay. I'll sit over here real quick. He's gonna transport you. Before we do that, we gotta take the purse off.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
For the ambulance, you can always have them come to the PD for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch real quick.
Thank you,
I'm gonna get the her phone for her.
I think it's the keys for a Jeep on the hood. There's one key.
The state has charged 3 offenses: aggravated driving under the influence, leaving the scene of an accident involving death, and reckless homicide. Each is a felony under Illinois law. Each carries a mandatory prison term. All 3 may be served consecutively. The Fourth Amendment prohibits unreasonable seizures. A warrantless arrest requires probable cause. Under 725 ILCS 5, Section 107.2, an officer must articulate specific facts supporting a reasonable belief that an offense was committed. The question is whether behavioral observation alone satisfies that constitutional standard. 625 ILCS 5, Section 11501, driving under the influence includes impairment from alcohol, any controlled substance, or any other drug, including lawfully prescribed medication, to a degree that renders the person incapable of safely operating a vehicle. Alcohol is not the only statutory trigger. People v. Workman, 312 IL App 3D 305. Standardized field sobriety tests are investigative tools, not legal prerequisites for a DUI arrest. A trained officer's direct behavioral observations can independently and constitutionally establish the probable cause threshold. Illinois v. Gates 462 U.S. 213, probable cause is assessed under a totality of the circumstances. Disorientation, inconsistent statements, prescription drug disclosure, and behavioral indicators are not evaluated in isolation. Their combined weight determines whether the Fourth Amendment standard is satisfied. Miranda v. Arizona, 384 U.S. 436. The right to advisement of counsel attaches only at the commencement of custodial interrogation. A non-custodial field interview carries no such requirement. Every voluntary statement made before arrest is fully admissible at trial. 625 ILCS 5, Section 11401. A driver involved in a crash resulting in death must immediately stop, remain at the scene, provide identification, and render reasonable aid. Departure from the scene of a fatal accident is a Class 1 felony. Sentencing range 4 to 15 years. 625 ILCS 5, Section 11501, Subsection D. Driving under the influence is elevated to aggravated DUI, a Class 2 felony, when the offense is the proximate cause of another person's death. Illinois applies a proximate cause standard, not a sole cause standard. Sentencing range 3 to 14 years. 720 ILCS 5, Section 9.3, reckless homicide requires no intent to kill. It requires that the defendant drove recklessly, consciously disregarding a substantial and unjustifiable risk, and that this conduct proximately caused another's death. Concurrent DUI elevates the charge to a Class 2 felony. 730 ILCS 5, Section 584, Subsection A. Illinois mandates consecutive sentences when the defendant caused the death of another person during the commission of a felony. All three charges, in this case, independently trigger that provision. The court has no discretion to impose concurrent terms. Three principles this case illustrates. Leaving a fatal accident scene adds a mandatory consecutive felony count under 625 ILCS 5, Section 11400. Prescription drug impairment is legally identical to alcohol impairment under Section 11501, and every pre-arrest field statement is fully admissible. Miranda protection begins at custody, not before. A breathalyzer result not yet in the public record. Vehicle damage not reconciled with any official account. A probable cause argument not yet tested before a court. 3 felony charges simultaneously applied, 1 collision account that cannot be physically reconstructed. The law has identified the charges. The accused has not yet answered them. This case is not over.